everyone. Welcome back to another episode of What's Really Happening in Southern Utah, the Music Edition. I'm Roger Alcott, and I'm so excited for our guest today, Brennan Peterson from the band Apollo's Army. You've all heard of it. They're hot and coming on the Southern Utah music scene. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Roger. Glad to be here.
Hey, I'm excited. I've watched you grown up.
Yeah.
It's been a fun process. Tell me how you got started in music.
Well, yeah, you know my dad.
Yeah.
He's a big classic
Wes,
rock guy. Yeah. So I grew up on that. I went to my first concert at like 8 years old. We saw Styx and REO Speedwagon, and
Nice.
that's huge. And I've always liked music. I've always liked singing, and I actually started on the piano. I started taking piano lessons. My siblings
I
had
think
done
that's
it.
where everybody should start.
I think
You
so
did that,
too.
yeah.
It's very instrumental in gaining music. And I sort of just messed around a little bit on guitar. My parents got me one for Christmas when I was a kid, and it was acoustic, which it's not very cool when you're coming into your teenage years, and so I didn't think much of it.
Now I have to ask, did they mean to get you a left-handed guitar?
They did.
Is that just okay?
No, they did. My mom had a boss when she worked at the college, and he was left-handed, and so he knew kind of where to get one. I'm sorry, that's not right. He was right-handed, but he knew how to get a left-handed guitar, and then we got it. Memory, that's a long time ago for me, but I didn't think too much of it. I actually, when the prospect of getting into a band first started, I was going to play keyboards because of my piano experience, and I had some friends across the street who their dad was big into guitar, and so they wanted to be in a band. So that's kind of how it started, and I went to my first live underground show here at age 14 at SUU. It was a band called The Trademark, and their bass player was doing somersaults on the stage and just wild. It was the craziest thing I had ever seen in my life, just right in front of me. And then I decided that's what I want to do. You know, that's cool. I want people to feel that energy from me. And so I got a bass. My dad got me a bass. And I started to just learn, and it wasn't enough for me. So then I broke out that acoustic guitar and started jamming a little bit, and that's where the electric came in.
Nice. And your first band experience? Did you form something before you?
You could say that.
Okay.
With those friends across the street, we would at least play along to recordings, like Twisted Sister and Skid Row. A couple of those bands, his dad was huge into 80s rock, which who isn't? And then as we got older, we brought some more guys in and decided we wanted to do a metal band. And I got kicked out because I didn't want to have profanity or anything in the lyrics.
Good.
Which the singer, you know, I read some of this stuff. And don't get me wrong, I was kind of a depressing teenager too. But I read this and I'm like, my mom would not like this. And so that's something I've always stuck by. After seeing an interview with Good Charlotte, actually, they said we don't want to perform anything that our mom wouldn't listen to, and so that's kind of been my mantra. Like, Becky has to approve of this music.
Yes.
And there's stuff that I do. I mean, we're starting to get into where it's a little more aggressive and everything, but I try to stick by that to the best I can because I want my parents to want to listen to me. Not to say, hey, my son's in a band, but I've never heard anything they've ever played.
Yes.
Because it's, you know, or whatever. So that was the first thing, and then my attitude with that is, well, I'll show you. You know, I'll do something. And so I would practice guitar for hours and hours and hours, and bless my parents for allowing that because it got loud. And that's when I found a new group. Just by being able to play. I was in guitar class with Robert Lawrence, who was the drummer for Apollo's Army.
Yeah, and we mentioned that man has a lot of personality. I haven't seen him in years, but he was a fun kid, I remember.
He's gone from that to even here now.
Oh my gosh,
he's full of it. It's awesome. He's very, very cool. He's always been very big personality-wise.
I remember him doing a backflip off the stage. Am I wrong, at graduation or something along those lines?
That sounds like something he would do.
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't there, but that sounds like Robert.
Okay.
Sounds like something he could do. Very athletic. So I had seen Apollo's Army before. The year the year before that, I was in 8th grade, and I was like, these guys are awesome. And it just more solidified that I want to do that. But I didn't have anybody who I could start a band with. And lo and behold, Robert's in my guitar class, and I'm playing Nothing Else Matters by Metallica one day, you know, just sitting in the corner, a quiet, long-haired kid. And he comes over to me and asks me to play some other stuff, and so I do. And then he says, you know, how would you like to be in Apollo's Army? And yeah, of course I would.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's,
Yeah.
and I tried to be like, yeah, it could be fun, but inside this is a dream come true. This is the biggest band in Cedar City. You know, that's what I thought.
It is, and they were very talented.
They were,
Yeah.
they were the band, so it was really big, and now I've been there ever since.
That is perfect.
Yeah.
That is perfect. Now, you guys took a little hiatus for a while, or I didn't hear anything for a while.
We've taken a couple. We had half the band went on missions.
Okay.
And so I was in Acts kind of through that time, but Robert's gone. He's gone off for a year or two at a time to do sales. I mean, he's a business guy, and now he's back in town, and he owns a business. He's not just selling for him. So it's very cool to see his development, and he seems like he's around, you know, to stay.
So, hey, we're going to take another break.
Okay.
We will be back with our final segment in just a minute. Everybody stick around.